Hi, everyone. My name is Jacob Richter. I'm a PhD candidate and graduate teacher of record in the Rhetorics, Communication, and Information Design program at Clemson University. This is my C's presentation. It's titled Scenes of Everyday Writing, Multimodality, Transfer, and Digital Writing in First Year Composition. Let's get started. This C's presentation examines multimodal composition and transfer research in relation to social media writing environments. Both multimodal composing and teaching for transfer have received attention from composition researchers in recent decades. Researchers such as Jody Shipka, Kathleen Blake Yancey, and Jason Palmieri have all explored strategies that writing instructors can use to help their students compose for audiences across various media such as film, podcasts, images, and web design. Now, a different but not unrelated disciplinary discussion examines teaching for transfer, examining how instructors can design situations for students to transfer prior skills and capacities into academic writing situations, and also how academic writing skills can be applied in other realms of writing as well. An opportunity exists, though, to more fully explore transfer and multimodality in relation to social media writing environments, which are familiar in important ways to many composition students. Many composition students write and compose on social media on a daily basis, with the Pew Internet Research Center finding that about 90% of the 18 to 29 demographic in the United States used at least one social media site in 2019. As such, connections between social media composing and academic writing are fruitful to consider, as transferring skills and mindsets across both domains can help students to develop well-rounded rhetorical repertoires and capacities. Through reflection and application of skills that originate in other domains of students' lives, such as their at-home or non-academic literacies, students can meaningfully transfer knowledge from non-academic to academic situations in generative ways. As students compose in multiple media forms, including media of common practice such as composing in social media environments, they nurture important literacies that connect academic and at-home discourses. Intentionally and consciously connecting writing transfer to multimodal composing by positioning everyday social media literacies, practices, and sensibilities as important sites of writing transfer for first-year composition students to critically practice has great potential to impact students in these courses. Transferring some of the mindsets, skills, orientations, and rhetorical practices of social media, including composing for particular audiences, attention to socially constructed genres, and attention to the social and intertextual nature of composing, helps students to transfer previous rhetorical knowledge into academic composing situations. This presentation offers 3 in-class activities that can help students to connect multimodal composition, transfer, and social media composing practices. To connect multimodal composition, social media composing, and writing transfer, I suggest that instructors consider a social media composing analysis activity, a comparative composition activity, and finally, a social media petition remix activity. So first, I suggest that instructors consider a social media composing analysis activity that asks students to reflect on the audiences, genres, expectations, goals, purposes, and media that they use when communicating in a chosen social media environment. In this project, students can then reflect on these same questions regarding academic writing situations, considering how audience, genre, media, and other concerns shape how messages are crafted, designed, and distributed. By considering how previous composing processes engage audience, genre, media, affordances, and social invention, first-year composers can consider how these important rhetorical considerations are similar, different, and related to academic composing situations. Secondly, instructors can consider a comparative composition activity that courses can use to help students trace and also practice composing choices on a platform such as Instagram in comparison to an academic writing situation. Students can collaboratively craft a list as a class activity, not only of differences, but also of similarities between these two writing situations. To complete this activity, students can then craft a composition choices profile for 2 situations, one academic and one on social media, in which they identify important aspects of each rhetorical situation, closing off the activity with a short comparative goals and outcomes reflection for each composing situation. Lastly, instructors can consider a social media petition remix project that asks students to remix and remediate a researched argumentative essay into an online petition that's intended to circulate on social media, reminiscent of an online petition from websites such as change.org or moveon.org. Some commonplaces of research argumentative projects can be replicated in change.org or MoveOn petition social media forums with conventions of research, evidence, message, organization, and argument being relatively consistent between the two genres. In these different media forms, however, genre, arrangement, audience, voice, tone, and delivery are quite different, and composers must reconfigure their writing and composing for considerations of viral delivery, for instance, which the original research argumentative assignment would not likely have considered. In showcasing the social media composing analysis activity, the comparative composition activity, and finally the social media petition remix activity, this presentation hopes to connect teaching for transfer, multimodal composition, and social media writing for instructors and students in first-year composition. Writing in social media environments is an important part of many students' literacy activities and represents a compelling opportunity for composition instructors and researchers to help students practice, connect, explore, and transfer academic and non-academic literacy skills. Thank you.